Okay, hi people. So about a week ago, I posted this, uh, this, I think that, what the hell, this, that. Anyway, I posted this stupid flyer. I made a reel about it. Okay, and yeah, the comments that came back was all negative and bigoted and whatnot, assuming way too much about me and my character. I was simply stating that this thing is offensive to people of different cultures because the main first couple words in the whole damn thing says is a pro-white street organization. Okay, and then a little after that it says the enemy of our people. Okay, which is hilarious because of how much negativity people of different races get from the Caucasian persuasion, I have to say. And I'm not being a racist about it at all. I'm just bringing this to attention that this has been posted around the city. And yeah, I made comments about the LBM thing because to me, uh, the Black Lives Matter thing was the most bigoted crap there was. And it really didn't have anything to do with black people here in Portland. It was just a way for people to lash out because of what was going on with COVID and whatnot, and a way to manipulate the people to putting their money into something that wasn't really a true organization because they never passed a bill in Congress. So all the crap that they stood up for was really just to torture us. I mean, no cops whatsoever. I mean, come on. And then there's people dying in the streets and all kinds of crap. So it was a real, uh, just screw up, man. It was just messed up. So one of the comments that I got was I got a lot of them, you know. So one of the comments I got was they're trying to divide America. This individual is thinking the same way I was thinking. Like this is more division. The more you keep talking about skin color when it comes to the people you're dealing with, or just period. You go, oh, white people this, or black people that, Asian this, and all that. You're just gonna keep the hate going. You're gonna keep the division going. You're gonna keep everything all twisted and bent out of shape and all backwards, up and down, and all around. You know. So it's like it's not a good thing. Period. To continue always talking about how race is. So it's this annoying thing. And then another person said, "Keep drinking the Kool-Aid, bro." And you know they want to keep saying that and whatever that's supposed to mean. Keep drinking the Kool-Aid. I mean, I understand the whole thing about the religious dude that poisoned all his followers with Kool-Aid and whatnot, and then some other crap that went on in the '60s and '70s with uh, gurus and all these fake religious leaders, and the ones that were good religious leaders got assassinated. So, you know, it's just crazy. But the whole thing about it is, once again, I'm not trying to. You see, I'm not part of this political crap. And even though I do talk about politics on this channel, I simply believe in a better world. Oh, I believe in a better government. I believe in a better. I believe in the best of humanity. I believe humanity can change. People can change over years, over times. Hell, I've done it time and time again. You know, I look back at my younger selves, and I think that was stupid, and this continues to be stupid because we have to put up with stupid people. So it just makes more sense to actually sit back and think about how to fix it to where no one's stupid, everyone gets along, and we can have a better nation where we're all understanding each other without trying to slap the crap out of each other, sabotage people, backstab people, do them in, steal something from them, betray them, you know, disrespect them, all that. Okay, I can go on and on. You already know because you deal with it every day. Okay, and so that's my thing. I believe we need a new government. I believe Democrats and Republicans is a joke. Okay, I'm just being honest. Both sides are a joke. They've been doing it for hundreds of years, and they still ain't fixed a damn thing. We keep hearing the same crap year after year, decade after decade, about how they're gonna fix the taxes or the debt, or they're gonna help medical schools. They're gonna add this to the military and take that away from the military. And they're gonna do all this crap over and over again for hundreds of years. Forget talking about slavery hundreds years ago. How are we gonna deal with the hundreds of years of bull crap that the United States government puts on its people? And be able to manipulate the people by throwing out confusion, division, which this is what this is. This is a form of division, okay? Even though they're talking about like migrant workers or something in this thing, or network, I don't know. Okay, my point is, to me, this is offensive by saying pro-white and talking about the enemy. Now, even if there is, because okay, let me back up before I start going off on that. There's uh, another comment. I'm gonna skip ahead to it because there's another comment before that. But yeah, he says. So this comment, I'm not gonna tell you who these people are who's left these comments, so you don't go harass them. But it's just the whole thing. At least we have respect. Whoever it is that's watching us have respect and understand, even though their mind is in a different point of view, doesn't mean it's a point to go harass them and call them whatever the hell you want to call them or say whatever it is you want to say. So, with that being said, this comment is small and stupid, and in some ways trying to say that I, myself, is involved with some form of organization, which once again, I'm just a solo dude, saw this, said, hey, put this on the internet, talk a little bit about something, see what people think. But anyway, it says it's perfectly okay for there to be a black-only event, though, right? Hypocrite. How am I a hypocrite? Because first off, I'm just an individual talking about something, and I don't really go to any event where it's just one race. So to me personally, I'll break down to you like this, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a black-only event or a Mexican-only event or whatever you want to call it, white event. We should be at a point in time with all the crap that's been going on in America for so long to where we have just a party, a group, or whatever it is, if you want to have a meeting, protest, whatever it should be one where it's always open to everybody of every skin color, not just one. So this person's comment is ridiculous, and you call me a hypocrite without knowing what the hell I'm talking about. You don't really pay attention to what I'm talking about, so you can't call me a hypocrite. So, especially if you don't really watch the stuff, you just saw it on a reel or whatever you want to call these things, shorts, and you're assuming way too much. It's like if I was in Star Wars, you know the rest of the lines as Star Wars fans. But you assume way too much, But anyway, so it's just really stupid. And it trips me out because it's like, to me, what is this about? Okay, if you say enemy in anything, that automatically means you're starting some form of negativity. That's a form of hate to me. Okay, it'd be different if you just said, okay, this is a pro-white thing, to be positive for our people, yada yada, so forth. But there's no positivity when you use the word enemy, and you're talking about going against something. So later on, another comment says, the sticker doesn't say anything about getting rid of dark people, unlike the LBM movement. It's about equality. After all, right? White people deserve their own space too. Once again, no one's saying that they don't deserve their own space, but we should be in a point of time where we should all be able to have a big group with everyone that's American in this country. Shouldn't be no separation. There shouldn't have been no separation in LBM movement or whatever you want to call it, Black Lives Matter movement. Should have been no separation in a lot of crap nowadays. All this stuff where it was singleized happened in the 60s when everybody tried to protest and try to fight for equality and rights. And it should simply be the only one I believe that shouldn't really exist right now when it comes to fighting for rights of people. And I'm sorry to say this, is the feminist movement. The women got so much things going on to protect them, to help them, and everything like that. And yet you got women on the other side that isn't, they say they're feminists, but then they're porn stars or strippers or all this other stuff that says they don't really stand up for the rights of women because, once again, they need men for their careers. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. So that's the only movement I think it doesn't matter, because women already have enough power and get paid way more than men. Honestly, it's just to be honest about it. They can sit there and lie and try to twist things and make it sound like something, but you're talking about, usually when women talk about the feminist movement, it's because they got some kind of problem going on with something in their life. But everything they talk about with facts with the feminist movement comes back to the 60s and 70s when the stuff started founding it. And all that stuff doesn't stand anymore because time has changed. The women's got more rights now than they had back then. And women already got the right to vote. So it makes no damn sense. So Even though I threw that out there, I'm just saying it was just every race and group should be able to get together. You got everyone's got family members that's white or black or biracial, so it makes no sense to me, you know. And like I said, it just should be this open thing for everybody. But like I said, this thing clearly says the enemy of our people. It says pro-white, okay, street organization, okay. So another one that's on here. I'm trying to get to the one that's really offensive here. So it says, with so many racism, no, my bad, with so much racism happening against the white man. Now this one really messed me up because I'm thinking, the hell is going on with this guy? Way of thinking, you know, is he turning the Adolf Hitler or something or what? But he says, with so much, God dang it, with so much racism happening against the white man, this is truly great to see. I've never been racist in my life, but I and my fellow white man are copying, coping, whatever the hell, in form. Yeah, God dang it, I don't got messed. This whole thing is weird. Okay. I've never been racist in my life, but I and my fellow white men are coping in from all sides. It's unbelievable. Know that we will not bow down. Know that we will band together. Know that we will rise up. Now, the thing about this whole thing is it's just completely stupid. Because, okay, like, he's acting like this is a whole thing where all white people are getting treated like slaves or being depressed or pushed away. It's sick and funny at the same time because, honest to God, white people have no clue, no idea, no clue what it really feels like to be a person of color in this country. It's the most ridiculous thing when you try to have a country that welcomes in everybody, but then you just separates everybody. You know, it makes no sense. I mean, you grow up and television, especially not now because everything's got, you know, people of color, it's got all kinds of crap. But back in the 70s, 80s, all this crap, there wasn't that many black shows or any other race shows. Like, yeah, you had Good Times and stuff like that, and Jeffersons and all that, but that took time to get there. I mean, look at all the cinema that was around before with very less minorities. And so, all those people from back then, even my generation, is like, hey, we didn't have enough of this stuff, so we was obviously raised on the same crap y'all was raised on. Leave It to Beaver, freaking Archie Bunkie Show, all this crap. You know, Good Times, or not Good Times, Happy Days. You know what I mean? All this stuff. We've seen all that shit too. So it's like you're not making a country where you're showing people through cinema that you want an all-white nation. And it's not something where you accept too many people. And even when there is a person of another race in a show, that person automatically disappears out of nowhere. Kind of like Pete Ross from Smallville. But just saying, like, it doesn't make any sense. And not at all. So this person's got a lot of hate to say, you know that we will not bow down, know that we will band together, know that we will rise up. What are you rising up from? You already own every damn thing. And white people have everything. They're everywhere. Yes, there's poor white people and there's wealthy white people. But the thing about it is that connection that they have is different than what it has to do with black folks. Black people are the most separated race in this country, and it's because we don't have that connection. Like, you know, even Mexicans are more connected than black people. Every other race is. But black people hate their own kind, and there's black on black crimes, or that concept wouldn't even exist. You know, we got those that want to be straight thugging, ganging, and you got those that want to just live a righteous life. But to the ones that's straight ganging and banging, they think that, oh, this person's sold out, or this person's like this and that. No, you just want to live, man, without no problems and no chaos. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the most hateful thing. And it's all because of this little flyer. You see this thing, and this guy's talking about he's never been racist, but yet everything he's saying sounds racist, and it sounds like he's confused about being what real oppression is. You know, it's not a real oppression if you can walk down the street without people looking at you crazy. You know what I mean? Unless you're trying to provoke people or you said something that was offensive in the first place. So this guy, whatever his problem is, it's his hang up, not mine, no one else's. So that's just what I'm saying about that. So let's see here. So this one says, "Sir, oh yeah, wait a minute, I missed one. I missed one somewhere around here. This one. So, okay, going back, and then someone made a comment on someone else's comment on my comment section. And so this guy that said, with the comment I read a minute ago, the sticker doesn't say anything about getting rid of black people or dark people, unlike the BLM movements. It it's about equality after all, right? White people deserve their own space too. And this person says, which actually a person that has a more intelligent mind says, what the fuck are you talking about? Smoking? No, what the fuck are you smoking? My bad. And so, sorry, this is like early in the morning and I'm tired as hell. But I felt I should just make this video. So, yeah. So, what the fuck are you talking about? Or what the fuck are you smoking? Anyway. Same thing, whatever. Okay? He's making a point. He said, what are you talking about? They deserve their space too. Because this person clearly, that responded to this person's text, is able to see the same thing anybody else is in the right mind when you're saying this stuff they're talking about in this flyer. Yeah, it might not sound too offensive if you ignore the fact that they're talking about enemies and pro-white and get our place back and all this crap that they're trying to say in here in their own little way. No matter how you find this, if you are a man of European descent in the Pacific Northwest, the wishes to be a better wishes to see a better future for your people. Well, so just think about this, for your people. Now you're talking about the Pacific Northwest. There's a whole area, big area full of people of all kinds of skin colors, but they're only worried about their people. So once again, that sounds offensive. It sounds offensive if you have a whole area. Now it'd be understandable if it was just like a small minority of white people, but the white people outnumber everybody in Oregon. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous, especially in Portland. So, I mean, you have a big minority. If I was to say, just the top of my head, I say you have 12% Native American. I say you have about, maybe 40% black people, maybe not even that high. Okay? Then you would have, like, when it comes to the Asians, you probably got about, I'll say somewhere close to like 37, somewhere close to the black thing, maybe a little bit less, you know. And at the same time, Caucasians would probably be about 80 to 70% of the population, maybe even 90 if you discount some other races. And then there's probably, I'll say, about 5 to 10% of Indian people from India, you know. And then let's not count the true people from Africa. You know, that's because that's totally different than just regular black people. And so, you know, that might be somewhere small numbers too. And so it's just all about trying to understand what this person was saying when they put this flyer out. You gotta analyze this, though. We're talking about the whole Pacific Northwest area, and they only worry about their people, and people are the enemy, you know what I'm saying? To the enemy of our people, the Pacific Northwest. Okay, so it's just this whole thing is just like, this is something you gotta ponder. Now, my personal opinion doesn't matter. It's just what really matters is the fact that we're at a point where this stuff doesn't end. You know, like Morgan Freeman's been on TV talking about how, you know, you could end racism by quit talking about it, quit thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? The real enemy isn't the skin colors of the people. The real enemy isn't what you think about someone when you see them just based off their skin color. The true enemy is our United States government that stops us and holds us back and doesn't give us the right to make decisions for our people. And when I say our people, I'm not talking about blacks, I'm talking about everybody. Okay, we all in the same damn boat. If you ain't wealthy, man, you ain't got mansions and whatever the hell Bruce Wayne has, a manor, which is a mansion by the ocean or something like that, then you in the same boat as me and everybody else. Okay? If you're working a 9 to 5 job and you feel like you can't get a break and you're dealing with a bunch of nonsense with a lot of dumbasses, then you're all in the same boat. This is honest to God truth. So no one's better than anybody else. Okay, and so this whole thing, this rhetoric that continues to go on and on constantly, makes no sense. Like I said, it's, by now we're in a time period where interracial relationships really doesn't matter. Like I said, someone's got some kind of biracial relatives. A lot of people do, and a lot of different things. So there's no sense why this continues to keep happening. So what is it? You have your daughter has a kid with somebody of another race, and then you're cool with that, but yet when it comes to anybody else, you got a problem with them, and then there's something wrong with you mentally. And I'm just bringing this out there because I've seen this. I've seen this happen, and it doesn't make any sense. It does happen. So it's like we gotta get over the hump, people. Okay. And if you need another Martin Luther King to come out here and say "be together," that's one thing. But at the same time, you should already have good sense enough to know by dealing with people who's right and who's wrong. The thing is, you will never truly understand what another person feels. You don't walk in their shoes. And I don't care how many times people say they understand. You do not understand. I could tell you some stories that'll drive you nuts. And you'd be like, huh? Oh, that ain't real. Oh, it's most definitely real because it made me completely insane. Just like every other person of color that's dealt with something. Okay? Someone's a punching bag. Always. Remember that. Because people don't respect other people's boundaries. They don't stay out of other people's business. And if the person is too, how can I say this? Too confident, self-assured, humble, good-hearted, then they will definitely find ways to break them down and make rumors about them to try to make them look bad. And I have a lot of that going on, and I just don't care. It's just like, okay, you said it, but if it comes to something like this, I have to prove to everybody on the internet here or something that I'm not whoever they say I am or whatever I was. But I really don't care, because I know who I am, confident, and so is God. So that's just it. And God's the big one. He created everything on the planet. Once again, I said this on like another show, and I was like, hey, God created everybody, created everything in the universe, created minerals, sciences, like freaking asteroids and quasars and freaking, just microorganisms and atoms and whatnot. Okay, God created all this stuff, and so if He created humans, and humans are all different colors, then I don't think it really matters, because there's colors in heaven that we ain't even seen. Okay, colors in the afterlife we ain't even seen. And so with that being said, you got to think of it like this. Even if you read the Bible, when Moses met God, he wasn't supposed to look directly at him because he was light. And when he came down from the mountain, he was shining with light, which means God is really light. He's an essence. He's an energy. The power of God, the energy is within us. It's a soul. We have that energy. We have that spark of God. So even when churches go, okay, there's a black church, this is all Asian church or whatever, they miss the point bigger than anybody. I guarantee you that they miss the point. Because if God was just this one skin color, why would He make any other ones? If you got this type of thinking that these guys got when they sent these ridiculous comments. So it's like, you would have to be the dumbest person on the planet to think this type of way. So it's like we gotta weed that type of thinking out altogether, but not thinking that way, but not trying to force a stupid civil war over your damn skin color. Does the skin color make you who you are? No, your brain does. The things you learn, the events that happen in your life, the things you grow through, the moments that you share with people that make you happy or sad, or the things you create, the joy, all you touch and all you see, it's life. So I don't know. You can take it as you want, but I'm just saying this whole thing here, or there, stage right, stage left, whatever. Okay, this whole thing here represents a way of thinking that's bad. If you're only saying, you know, people, enemies of our people, that thing right there tells me it's a hateful thing. Okay, pro-white on top of that. It sounds like something that, skinheads would do or something like this. So, and it's kind of obvious too how things are going around the city, that there's kind of a secret thing. Like it's going to be some kind of weird civil war, blacks and whites again, probably, or something. It's just so stupid, and it just doesn't make any sense. But I'm standing up for the underdogs, the hardworking people, the people that try to survive every day, the ones that come home with their feet tired, but they still find a way to work on something around the house and help whoever it is that live with them. That's what I'm for. I'm for the person that sits there, pays bills for things that we should never be able to pay for anyway, like water. Water's all over the planet. 70% water all over the planet, maybe more because there's underground layers of water, things like that, plus rainwater. So it's just like, why are we paying for water? Just like I go really deep into this, because there's a lot of things I think is wrong that we're paying for. A lot of things that we should be able to have free access to. Our freedom has a price, people, and the price is sacrificing ourselves for their wealth. And if you don't understand that, then you're an idiot and you'll fall for stuff like this, saying all this crap on this flyer or anything else anywhere else. Now, I'll give you opportunity to leave comments again. You can talk crazy to me however you want. But one thing I do know, stuff like this, stuff like, they bring up the, Black Lives Matter thing, whatever. That needs to stop too. All this stuff needs to stop. We have to figure a way to come together and understand one another, or we will, cease to exist. And this is going to be a dumb, off-topic conversation, but seriously, Star Trek, okay? This is Star Trek. I have to say, okay, Star Trek. I watch the show sometimes. I used to watch it a little tipsy, and I was just there and I always wonder, like, there'd be some weird ass alien creature walk up to people, and instead, in normal life, you'd probably be like, oh my god, what is this thing? But I started to be like, hey, what's going on? I just start talking, hold a conversation like it's a normal person. That thing looks like some demented demon creature, but yet they talking to it like it's normal, which means they don't pass judgment. They're already seeing it as an individual, like one of their own, which is something totally that's missed the mark with America. You talking about a place that says you are a citizen once you step on this soil, do your green card and all this. The bad thing is right now, that would probably make this flyer here making sense, and it's pretty much what it's about, is the people that came over the border and did not get a green card compared to the ones that have. That's the big problem right now. But the thing about it is, America done already opened the gates to anybody that wants to come in and make America. Other countries don't do this that well, or like that, because they know they have to protect their country, their people, whatever, and anybody else will be a threat to the country. Will be a spy, maybe, which we supposedly got a lot of spies in our country. There's some other thing on YouTube that you guys can look up. It's something about all Chinese people are spies, and I don't believe every Chinese person in America is a spy. Same thing with Russia and sleeper agents, splinter cells, okay? And honestly, it's just like, if we're gonna try to become a great nation, we gotta make it about the people. You want people to come into this country, get green cards, and you want them to assimilate to American living. It doesn't work for everybody. And this is why there's so much chaos, so much frustration. And then you gotta look at the big picture here. If America's so great, why is there so many people with a high suicide rate? Why is there so many people that retaliate, think violence, think wicked thoughts? Now, yes, the most ultimate thing is they don't believe in God, or they're far from God. But the other thing is about the fact that they don't like the nation or what they see when they're looking at it. They can't stand it, can't tolerate it. I know, I've talked to people who felt this way. I've seen people that felt that way actually take their own lives. It's not a good thing. And it shouldn't be that way. We have to find a way to bring back community. Now, why I'm saying that is because there's no community in America no more. I can walk down the street. I do it all the time. Sometimes people laugh. Some people be like, "What the hell?" Because I'll sit there and go, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, "Howdy, partner." Isn't that? I give people, and all this crap. And I'm just like, "Okay, have a good day." Like, yeah. Like, what am I supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? We gotta say hi to people. You gotta be nice to people, even if they're not nice to themselves or others. And that's the problem. You know, when God says to forgive those, you gotta forgive the ignorance, or you gotta forgive them for the fact that they are possessed by something that they're not even aware of, that's destroying them, that's eating their souls up. I mean, obviously, look at a drug addict on the street that's bent over. They be bending over like tree slumps, tree stumps and freaking statues and zombies and shit, and everyone walks away from them. Everyone runs away, okay? Because you already know something's wrong, right? Well, something's wrong with an individual that thinks that their skin color means more than anything else on this planet. What thing that means more is your intelligence, how much you can grow it, how strong you can keep it. You know, when I say keep it, I mean like keep the memories to every knowledge that you contain. What you choose to believe is fact and what you choose to believe is false. This is what really matters. Okay? Believing in something greater than you and be able to stand and defend it and protect it with your life, if need be. These are the things that matter. All this other crap is irrelevant. When it has to do with anything that has to do with harming someone or talking about the enemy or hate and all this, it's too negative, and you're falling down the line of what? El Diablo Espanol. Okay? So, we can't have that. Okay? We can't have that at all. So, it's just too bad. And so, what I want, like I said, and this is just like, I'm just putting this thing up because this is what started the whole thing with these comments. And there's another one. I just don't care anymore about reading these stupid comments because, like I said, I'm tired. This is like, time is just like 5:44 in the morning. And I've been up all night. So, working and whatnot. But, you leave a comment, explain how you feel about anything I'm saying. Say what you want. And I find it interesting, and then I will come back again and explain how I feel about whatever the hell it is you talked about. And I just want people to understand that there's not just black and white, there's many shades of gray, there's many other colors in between. I mean, if you don't believe me, go get a pack of crayons, go get some color pencils, especially color pencils. I think in my color pencil thing, I have like, I don't know, 9 different colors of gray. So, so I'm right when I say this. So, I mean, it's just like, it is what it is. You can try to sit back and sugarcoat things and make it sound like, I'm the enemy. I don't have no material motive. I'm not getting paid on YouTube, and no one really cares. So it's just, I'm talking from my own mind, my own heart, and trying to stand up for what the main thing is. I try to on this channel, even though I got broken down by society. I want to try to be helpful for the society. I want to try to bring people together. Try to be able to help those that can't help themselves. Even though that might be a big waste of time depending on who the individual is. If the individual is intoxicated underneath some kind of drugs that they can't even find their way out of, that they lost themselves a long time ago. The truth is out there, but everyone's too blind to see it. And that's the problem right now with America. So, like I said, please leave a comment, and if you feel like it, like or subscribe, whatever. But I believe we're gonna be one nation, one belief system, and one great communication between all people. We all understand each other. We all believe in the same boat, and all this, color crayon stuff needs to go somewhere. Because really, who cares about Corolla when you have, more efficient ways of painting a painting instead of trying to make something like that over there, that over there, that adds too many colors to a painting. So, with that being said, I am SLK, the great SLK. And those of y'all that know me, whatever. But, yeah, peace be with you all. Blessings upon you always. And think about if it's beneficial for you or not, the things that are being put out there to try to manipulate humans' minds and brainwash them into some nonsense. And with that being said, Shelby out. Peace.